Hi everyone and welcome back to my family. No, what? Yeah, you're part of the family, I suppose. Yes, I'm starting off the video with no makeup because today I'm going to review and demo this Note Cosmetique. They used to be called Note Cosmetics and then a couple of years ago they rebranded and rejoiced to call themselves Note Cosmetique. Have launched a new BB cream. This is the Anti-Blemish BB cream. Now if you've been following me for a while you know that I am a huge fan of the original BB cream and I have a video on that I'll link below showing the new shades when they brought them out a few years ago. So they sent me 4 shades to test out and I'm going to show you each one on like half of my face. I did do a reel of this over on Instagram showing a really quick demo just if people were thinking about buying shades online, this is what they looked like. So I want to do that here as well because at least on here it's searchable. So first up, the BB cream comes in 6 shades. Note, that's not enough. It's not enough. And when I was trying this out, usually when it comes to Note Cosmetics or Cosmetique, I am usually the lightest or the second lightest shade in this. But you'll see that I am shade 4 in this, which means, and you see how pale I am. So it means that anybody with a darker skin tone, there's only 2 other shades for them to choose from. Okay, let's just get stuck in. And as I'm applying them, I will talk about the product. So packaging, bottle or tube. This is shade 1 Soft Ivory. I'm going to apply it with a sponge so you can see it in action. In terms of formula, it's definitely very similar to the original BB cream. I think I applied too much. I always think when you use shades that are too pale for you, you look sick, don't you? Actually, while I'm blending that in, I have a little card here that talks about the different benefits of this. So it says that it has a soft and comfortable texture, I would agree, velvety and matte finish, I would agree, but it also has like a satin almost sheen to it. It's non-comedogenic, I think that's how you say that. That means that it's not going to clog your pores because this is aimed at those with oily skin or with blemish prone skin as well. I have an oily T-zone. Don't usually get a huge amount of blemishes, but I do have the oily T-zone. It says that it gives you a high and breathable coverage. It reduces 81% oiliness. Now, when it comes to that, I don't know about the percentage, but what I will say is that if I don't powder this, it still looks beautiful at the end of the day. It gives you blue light protection. It's suitable for combination skin as well, which is what I have. Cruelty free, dermatologically tested, and 6 shades. It applies really nicely with a sponge or with a brush. You can see the coverage here. So I tend to have like a lot of redness on my nose and on my cheeks and my forehead sometimes, and that just hides it all completely. It feels lightweight. Now it doesn't completely dry down on me, but it's not like overly tacky. It's not uncomfortable. I'm not aware of it on my skin. If I wasn't to powder this, it would be fine. It says that it has an acne agent called Hygia-Phos AS and that reduces the skin's oiliness. And I wondered about that. I've worn this now a good few times over the course of like a day, and 100% I don't need to like touch up my makeup. It doesn't slide, it doesn't separate, it doesn't break down. And what I'm going to do is, this is shade 1. I'm going to apply all 4 shades because shade 4 is my shade. I'll apply it to my full face and I'll do check-ins throughout the day to show you. Anyway, shade 1 Soft Ivory. So like the other BB cream, this has SPF 15. But as I've spoken about in previous videos, I don't rely just on the SPF in makeup. You don't use enough for it to give you full protection. Okay, let's go in with shade number 2, Light Beige. Yeah, it is paler than shade 1. Significantly. Okay, we're going to go ghostly here. It's fine. But it just shows that if you are pale and if you struggled in the past to get a Note foundation shade to match you, then you might be in luck here. So along with that Hygia-Phos AS, which reduces oiliness in the skin, it has hyaluronic acid, which helps to hydrate the skin. And despite this being completely the wrong shade for me, you can see that it does cover up the redness and it gives beautifully ghostly coverage. Just stick with me, it gets better, don't worry. But anyway, if you are this pale, this is shade 2 of the Note Anti-Blemish BB cream. Okay, next up is shade 3 Natural Beige. Remember the previous shade? This is the next one up. You can see how dark it is compared to the previous 2. And initially when I first tried these, I swatched them all on my skin just to see what my shade match would be. And I saw shade 2 and then I saw shade 3. I was like, is there not like an in-between shade? Or even like 2 in-between shades? But yeah, if you are a darker skin tone or maybe you like to tan, you would like this. But there you can see it, like that's how pale I am. But here with this shade, because it's close to my skin tone, you can see the coverage and the finish that it gives. It just looks so natural on the skin and it feels beautiful. That is shade number 3. And finally we have shade 4 medium beige. This is the closest to my skin tone. Now it's not exactly my shade, but it's near enough. I think because my neck is so pale, I could get away with shade 1, but this just gives that little bit extra warmth to my skin. Because we need that. So we're wearing SPF to protect our face. This is so gorgeous. Now here in Ireland we have been experiencing a heat wave, but I think, do you know what, I think the whole world has been experiencing a heat wave. We are not built for this. Our houses are built to keep in the heat, and that has been happening. But I've worn this a few times when I've been out and about, and it just holds up so well. I've even worn it when I've been out in the garden digging stuff up and bending over and sweating, and like at one point last week the sweat was running out of my face. It was like squirting out of my face, and my makeup, once the sweat dried, God, that sounds beautiful. It looked perfect. And as I said, I will do a wear test throughout the day. Whenever I'm filming makeup demos and swatches like this, I do like to use natural light. I just think when you use a ring light, it blurs everything out. I think it distorts the colour of the product slightly. So I have filmed this part in natural light. Now today it's kind of sunny, cloudy, so the sun's coming in and coming out, but I am going to do my best, and like the sun will be moving in from like the back of the house into the front of the house, which is where I'm sitting, so hopefully the lighting won't be affected too much. That's a full face of shade 4 medium beige. I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup off camera, so I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay, the makeup is done. I just put a bit of blush on, my brows, mascara and lips. That's it. That's all we're doing today, because we have a day on the laptop and yeah, kind of filming as well. But this is what shade 4 looks like on the full skin, and it is now 10:30. So I'll check in later today to show you. I'm not going to be doing any touch-ups. I'm not going to put any powder on it either, because I want to show you the finish that it gives. Here we go. See you in a bit. We've made it to the end of the day. It is now almost 8 o'clock, pretty much 8 o'clock. And so I've been wearing this since 10:30 this morning. So that is a long time. And let me put that down. I didn't want to do check-ins throughout the day because the makeup looked the exact same, and I've worn it a good few times now to know that it didn't warrant kind of showing it breaking down, because it doesn't break it down on my face at all. Let me get up close and personal. So that's what it looks like. You can see that it has stayed pretty much matte. I didn't powder it at all. I didn't use any primers this morning either. I just wanted to show it on my skin so that if you don't have the primers that I used, this is what it will look like. It hasn't creased in my lines here or my forehead lines either. It hasn't broken down on my nose. I don't think I have used a foundation like this in a long time that has lasted this long without powdering. And for $12.90 I think it's fab. The formula is oil free, so I think if you have oily skin, combination skin, normal skin, probably even dry skin, you're going to get away with this. Now I know that it's like a little bit darker, but I just wanted to show what the foundation looked like in natural light. As I said, it's 8 o'clock in the evening. I applied it first at 10:30 this morning, so we're talking a good 9.5 hours of wear, and it looks like this without any touching up whatsoever. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in next week's video. Thanks a mil for watching. Okay, bye.